Hello there. In this video, I should show you how to easily access data with Linq To SQL classes. So let's begin. Now in a web page, first let's add the grid view to display our data. Okay, once we have that, next let's add a Linq To SQL class and let's rename it as, say, authors. Okay, the Linq To SQL classes has an extension DBML, which stands for Database Markup Language. You click say yes, so that code is added to the app code folder. Okay, so your authors pub DBML has been added to your solution, and you get two window panes. One to your left where you can drag and drop your tables from your database, as well as on your right you have a window pane where you can add and drop your drag and drop your stored procedures, which will be automatically converted to equivalent dotted method. So let's do that. First, let's go to Server Explorer and let's make use of the pubs database. And for example, let's say I want to display the data from author table. Okay, and for the sake of just showing what happens, let's just drag and drop the stored procedure over here, and you'll notice how it's automatically converted into dotted method. So when you drag and drop your table, Visual Studio automatically generates required code in the backend. So let's save this, and now let's just take a look at the code generated for you by Visual Studio. First, you ought to notice, okay, this is your class name, authors pub data context, and which extends or inherits from the class data context. Data context represents the main entry point for Linq To SQL framework. That is, it, in simple words, it provides connection between your Linq To SQL class and your database. Next, you'll notice that Visual Studio has automatically created a couple of constructs for you to help connect to the database. And you'll also notice that your table has also been defined for you, along with the requisite data members and method definitions, etc. So let's begin programming this and see how to access the data and display it in the grid view. Okay, so let me just make a copy of the class name and let's program it over here. So before we do this, we need a connection string. So let's say string equals configuration manager dot connection strings of, let's copy the name of connection string, connection pubs, dot connection string. Okay, so we got a connection string, and now let's create an object for authorpub data context class. Let's call it authorpubs equals new authorpubs data context of a connection string. Okay, now this creates a connection to our database. Next, we write a query to query our database and return a value, the data we require. Our query is equal to from our table author in author pubs dot authors. Let's return all the data. Okay, so return the query, and you notice how simple it is. We just create an object of a Linq To Sql class and just pass the connection string to it. And once you do that, we don't make use of the command object or data adapter, nothing of that sort. We directly write the query against the data source, and then we make use of it and show it in a grid. Data source equals query dot to array, and then to say grid view 1 dot data bind. There you have it. Let's just rebuild this. Okay, and let's view this in the browser. So there you have it. We have access a database and retrieve all the data from a authors table. So this was a simple example to show you how easily we could access the data from a database using Linq To Sql classes.